Hey everyone, we're off to check out some birds in flight. Ospreys are currently past the mating season. They've had a baby. I've got one on the nest, and right about now, it's about 2 o'clock. It starts to get very active with feeding time. So basically what we're going to do, Snowy's getting a haircut, so I'm on borrowed time. Once that phone call happens, I'm off, but during hopefully this next 30 minutes we might get some action. So basically what settings I use for the OM-1 with the 300, I'll quickly show you that now. So we've got the OM-1 with the 300 and the 1.4 times teleconverter, and usually depending on the light available, which is pretty bright at the moment, we have it set, try and get around 2,500 shutter speed at the slowest, and at the moment I'm playing around about 3,200 just to get the feather detail at the end of their wings, or the wing tips, nice and set once the photo's done, so there's no blur as they're swimming toward, not swimming, flying towards me. So once we get down here I'll show you where we're at, but we're right up underneath the nest, and yeah, basically most important thing is for me is to try and catch the bird well out into the bay, and then I can track it back in. And yeah, enough talking. You want to see the shots, so fingers crossed we can actually get a shot. But yeah, stick around, and we'll see you at location. Okay, so we've arrived at destination. The most important thing I find before I get out of the car is the action can start pretty quick. So you want to be set up from pretty much the time you leave the car, just in case action arrives quicker than what you thought. So I'll quickly go through the settings. Basically, the if you can see that, but all of our AF points are set. So we've got that on all. Okay. We've got the shutter, we're on continuous autofocus, but the shutter for me is very important. I've got it on sequential, so I stay away from the silent sequential, which is the E shutter, simply because I find with the, especially with, I suppose, the handicap that we've got here, obviously we've got a big advantage on weight, everyone knows that, but the disadvantage of not having full frame is we've got a lot less pixels to work with. And I find with the E shutter around the eyes, and it might just be me, but the E shutter doesn't quite get the eyes locked on nice and sharp, so I go with just sequential. And basically the most important thing for me is I don't start firing off the shots until the bird is very, very much in the frame, so I don't have to do much cropping. So we'll start at 3,200 shutter at 5.6, so it's the f4 plus the 1.4 tele will give you the f5.6, and ISO I set that myself. So we're about to find out what the conditions are out here. The bit of cloud cover, so it might bounce around a little bit, but usually it's around 500 to 640, 800, somewhere like that, depending on the sun. So I'll set it up at 500 for now, and that's it. So all the focus points are set, shutters on normal sequential and continuous autofocus, obviously bird AF, it's a given, 3,200 on the shutter and 5.6 f5.6. So anyway, enough chatter, let's try and find one in flight. Now, you wouldn't believe it, that was the pet shop. Snowy's finished his haircut, so stick around. Go and pick him up, drop him home, and return to the destination very soon. Alright, so before we take him home, haven't seen Snowy for a while. There he is. He's just had his little fresh little cut. So quickly take him home and find some birds. Alright, there's blowing a gale, but we've arrived here at destination. The kids have finished school, so we're going to have a bit of action here in a minute. Kids on the bikes, and you can see over there in the distance the osprey nest. And just as I was parking the car, it's blowing an absolute gale today, so it's just hit and miss whether or not you get here in time, but it doesn't matter. It's better than sitting at home. And I think always when I come out this way and I've got me 300 wrapped around my neck, I think to myself how lucky I am to have the micro 4/3 set up. So I'm not sure if you can see him up there, but you got Mum and Dad on top of the nest, and hopefully I haven't missed him. I don't think I have. So let's get set and see if we can't get him going to get some dinner for Mum and Bubs. So there's Dad. He might be getting ready to move. So let's go and assume the position, and fingers crossed. Got a nice little friendly swan. Having a bit of a dip. This wind is just havoc. It's high tide. Mum's hungry, she's crying, and that usually means Dad will go off and do his dance, but I'll check out this little swan. Hey mate. Hello. Beautiful. Hello. Neat. Okay, so basically it's a waiting game. You can see out here, if we have a little look here, nice little swan. These guys are friendly as. Probably wants a little bite to eat himself. Hello mate. Hello sweetheart. Hello darling. Hey. Hey sweetheart. So I think he's been accustomed to having a few feeds in his day. Sorry mate, I got nothing for you today. Hey. Alright. So yeah, it's a waiting game. Now this is about time. And I don't think I've missed it because they're not eating. But yeah, patience. No different to fishing really. But yeah, every time I come for a walk, and this is basically the setup, you can see the 300 just hanging on my neck. And usually I have Snowy and we'll come for a walk, and if I see something of interest, I'm ready for action. So I suppose I've never really played with the full frame with a big lens, but I'm pretty sure you can't just chill out like this. So let's wait. Patience, they say. He's coming in with his catch for tomorrow. Right, looks as though Dad's off the nest. So I haven't seen which direction he's gone yet, but the most important thing I need to be able to do is be able to see him in time, line him up from half a K out basically. He's no good at fishing. Mum's a good one at fishing, but he can take his time, and he has a few attempts. I've seen him have 5 or 6 attempts and still not come up trumps, and then Mum goes out and then she has one dive and picks one up and comes back. So he's not that great at fishing, but he's off the nest. So I think if we're very lucky, we might be able to get a shot. And then it's a lucky dip what he's got in his feet. So we wait. Right. Never used this little pocket before, so it's a little test. We're off to Thailand in about 7 weeks' time, so if I can be, I suppose if I can be bothered, number one, and number two, if I've got time, I might do a bit of vlogging. You've got to be in the mood when you travel to vlog, because it's more about the memories for me than it is about other people watching my stuff. So yeah, I'll pull back on that focus ring just to engage focusing, because sometimes you've got to give it a bit of help. So you might be say on a building or something, and the camera can't see the bird, so you put the bird in the frame and quickly pull back on the focus ring, the manual clutch, and then bring it back, and then it brings it back into focus. Rightio. So, epic has just happened. Oh, this is crazy. This is the first time ever, Osprey is on the boardwalk. So it's just, right, learn how to use this Osmo bloody pocket. So you can see him there. He's getting it ready. It is blowy, and he had a couple of attempts. I've taken a few shots of him trying to get up onto the platform. He had a couple of goes at it, and there's no one here but me, so he feels comfortable enough to park himself on the boardwalk here and get his fish ready. So I don't want to get too close to him, spook him, but I've already got a couple of shots. This is what it's all about. To me, this is, wow, money can't buy this stuff. This is crazy, amazing. It's all right, bub, it's okay. So I'm just going to park this down and get a few more shots. Let's see if we can't. It's all right, bub, you stay there, it's okay. It's all right, it's okay. So I'm just going to park that down there. See if we can't get a few more shots. It's blowing an absolute gale. Jeez, it's hard work. The only thing I don't really like about this is the wind's blowing that bad. I heard Mum and the baby crying, and they're still crying now. So I knew he wasn't far away, but this lighting, you want him coming the other way, but the wind today's been a dampener. But to see what we're seeing right now, this is phenomenal. Right, this is Wow. Epic. Just going to hunt around the other side of him and see if I can get a front on, nice and close. So, I've just reviewed some shots, and I'll stick them up on the screen in a minute. But I spooked him. He's taken off. I was trying to get a bit of video with the 300 and a bit of close up, but he's grabbed his little fish and he's gone and done his little thing over in the trees. But yeah, that's what can happen, and it happens so quick. The heart pumps. You got to have everything going ready, and as I said, the lighting. You know, at this time of the day, it's much better if he comes from the other side. But I think I've got some keepers in there. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Now, you know, everyone hangs a bit of poo-poo on our Micro Four Third world, but you know, if you're liking lightweight gear, and I think the most important thing that I find is if I can frame up the shot and not have to crop up. Now I think that's the big one with what I play with anyway. Not have to crop up too much, and be patient and get to the right spots. I think, you know, I've only been doing photography for a couple of years, especially with birds. But get to the right spots. The right spots, you know, they make it. So anyway, let's pop a few of these images up, and yeah, stick around if you like what you see. I'm happy for you, and I hope it helps you a little bit in your photography, and just have fun. You know, this is what it's all about. It's not about, oh, you know, wow. It's about getting out. It's about enjoying your time. And if, as I said, if you can get the shot, well, that's fantastic. But if you don't, it just doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So, anyway, I'll catch you around.